And as we all know, all of us are here for a special webinar over the topic for the German A1 level exam preparation. So without wasting more time, I will quickly share my screen and then we will just start with our session. Okay, I hope my voice is clear to everyone and everybody is able to see my screen. Please write down a yes in the chat box if my screen is visible and everybody is able to listen me. Okay, perfect. Let's start. So we are starting with our German A1 level, how we can prepare for our A1 level examination. So I am guessing that some of the students might have completed the A1 level and preparing for the examination, or some of the students have just enrolled for their German A1 level. Like those who have just entered or those who have completed their A1 level course and preparing for the examination, all of us very well know that A1 level is the beginner's level. This is the basic level, the beginner's level, and this curriculum is designed in a form that students are going to start from the very basic level, like starting from the alphabets, numbers, then nouns, pronouns, verbs, and then slowly we are moving ahead to know how to construct the sentences, then writing down the emails, doing the conversation. Like these are the steps, the procedure which we follow when we study in our German A1 level course. There are some important topics which you should include in your course. If you have completed your course or you are going to plan for the course, so these section of topics should be included in your course. The topics are the Buchstabierien. Buchstabierien means to do the spelling of your particular word. Buchstabierien is a special word in our German language which they use when they want to know the proper pronunciation of that word according to their German language. In the process of Buchstabierien, we pronounce each alphabet of that particular word according to the German alphabetical pronunciation. So this topic Buchstabierien is very very important. So that we have to include in our course. Then the Zahlen. Zahlen means the numbers. Then types of verbs and their verb conjugation. German language have plenty of verbs and each verb has its individual verb conjugation. In fact, their verb conjugation changes according to the tenses also. Present tense verb conjugation is different, past tense verb conjugation is different, and future tense also verb conjugation is going to be different. But since we are in a beginner's level, so we will be just including the present tense of verbs and their verb conjugation. So a very, very important part, the verbs. Then the articles, like articles, there the das, these three are considered as the backbone for this language. Do not skip the articles. You have to become used to the concept of articles. You have to do the friendship with these three persons, there the das, if you are into this German A1 language. If you skip the articles, you are not able to construct the sentences. Everything is connected in this language, every topic is connected with each other. Then we have the types of pronouns, then the Berufnamens. Berufnamens means the name of different job professions, different types of job occupations, what they are being pronounced in German, that is very important. Their list is very important. Then the sentence structures, we have basic three types of sentence structure in our A1 level. When you will start learning the course, you will be able to find out what are the types of sentence structures. And if you have completed your course, then you must be already knowing this concept, what is a sentence structure. Then yes, the types of questions, we have basic two types of question construction in our A1 level, so that is a really important part. Then email writing, then some small situational conversations, and yes, the vocabulary. Vocabulary is a must thing in any language. If you have the vocabulary, then you can construct the sentences. So these are just the basic topics, the important topics which one should include in the course, in your German A1 level course. If you have completed, then you need to revise, you need to focus on these topics. And if you are starting your course, then these are the important topics which you should mark. Whenever your course starts, you have to pay attention on these topics a lot. Now, first of all, how the examination pattern is. First, we will discuss how the German exam is going to be, how we can go and give that examination, what is a Goethe German examination pattern. That thing we will discuss first, and then we will discuss how we can prepare for that things also. In the meanwhile, if any student have any question, you can write down your questions in the chat box. At the end, we will have a doubt session also for 10 minutes. We will discuss the doubt session also. Everybody's questions we will take up. So don't worry, there might be the questions that must be you are having. So you can write it down in the chat box that we will discuss at the end for the 10 minutes. Now, the main examination, whenever you complete one level of the German examination, you need to give this Goethe examination. So, since we are in the beginners level, we need to know what is a Goethe examination. So, in A1 German exam, you will be tested on all the aspects of the language, including listening, speaking, reading, and writing. There are going to be four tiles in this examination. If you are in A1 level, you are having these four tiles. If you are in A2, B1, B2, in any level, it is up to you that since you are like moving to Germany, what is the demand there? You are requiring till B1, so you need to give the examination till B1. If you are taking any admission there, then universities demand something else, so it is your choice, your requirement. So whatever examination level you are going to give, the Goethe exam always contains four tiles. Means there are four parts over which they are going to test the students' German capability. Number one is the Lesen. Lesen means reading. Number two is the Hören. Hören means listening. Number three is the Schreiben. Schreiben means writing. And number four is the Sprechen. Sprechen means speaking. So we will be examined on these over these four sections. Basically, they are going to judge our lesson part, they are going to judge our reading sections, our reading ability, they are going to judge our listening ability. Listening is the Hören tile. Then our writing ability, that is the Schreiben tile, and speaking ability, that is the Sprechen tile. So in short, our Goethe exam pattern is going to have Lesen tile, Hören tile, Schreiben tile, and Sprechen tile. Now, how you can register for this examination? For exam registration, these are some steps which you can follow. See, we have multiple Goethe centers in different cities. You have to check which Goethe center is nearer to your city, and according to that, you can visit to that Goethe website. For example, you are from AB city and ABC is the Goethe center nearer to your city. So for that ABC Goethe center, you have to visit their website. You have to choose your respective cities for the Goethe centers which is accessible to you. Then you have to go to the German exam tab. For example, you selected Delhi Goethe. You entered Delhi Goethe Center on their website. You selected the city Delhi. You clicked on Delhi. Then they will open up the tab. In that, you have to select for German exams. In that Delhi Center Goethe, they will show up a page. In that, you are going to get a tab which is German exams. You have to click that, and then you have to choose level A1 for adults. Then after that, you will find the list of available dates for that examination. They will show you for the A1 level adults what are the possible dates we are having. We need to then decide the appropriate date according to our comfortability. Then they basically going to provide you an appropriate date on which you have to complete the registration process online for your examination. For example, today is 22nd. I have visited the website. I have checked, okay, for A1 level examination, my examinations possible dates for the month of August. For example, it is on 5th, 13th, 19th, and 27th. These are the possible dates which are available in the month of August in Telugu for German A1 level. I have decided I am going to give the exam on 19th August. Now, they will provide you a date that for the 19th August, we are conducting the registration process on 31st July online only. So, on their website only, you have to go on 31st July, you have to click on that date. Which date? 19th August. You have to click for 19th August, and then they will tell you step by step, okay, register for your examination, write down your details, and so on. They will one by one give you all the steps, and you can easily do the registration. You can lock your date that I'm going to give the examination on this date. And yeah, one important point is that the mode of payments, each Goethe center accepts different mode of payments. For example, some going to accept the UPIs, some is accepting the international cards, some is accepting the DD, the demand draft concept. So there are different criteria under the mode of payments that you have to check. Sometimes they will mention this thing in over the website only, or you can mail them and then discuss what is the mode of payment for me regarding the registration fees for this examination. So it varies center to center. You have to mail them, or you can read it over the website only. Usually they upload it over the website. You can read that their mode of payment. So yeah, these are the basic steps which you need to follow to register for your Goethe examination. These are the basic steps that can be done. You have to choose your month, your date, and then you can go. Now, how is our exam pattern? So this is somewhat a sort of graphical representation how Goethe exam pattern is going to be. So as discussed, we are going to have four tiles or modules. Both means the same, that we have four part. This examination is divided. So talking about the Huron, which means the listening. In the Huron section, we are going to have three tiles. Tiles means part, or in journal we can say in Huron section we are going to have three questions: tile ein, tile 2, and tile 3. These are the three questions which we need to solve in our Huron section. In tile 1, in tile 1, there are six small questions, subparts: question A, question B, question C. Like this we are going to have number of questions. So in tile line we have six small questions, tile SWI we have four small questions, and in tile drive we have five small questions. Similarly, for the lesen, which means the reading, we are going to have three questions. Each tile are going to have five small questions that we need to solve. In the schreiben, we have two questions. One is the form filling, and another one is the email writing or the letter writing. Usually 90% chances student are going to get the email writing questions only. It is the rarest case that we get the letter writing option. Otherwise, email writing is the compulsory question in the Schreiben part. Then the speaking expression, We are going to have three questions: tile line, introduction, tile swipe. We need to frame questions. In tile drive, we have to frame request. In this, they are going to test our speaking. So three questions we need to attempt to our speaking test, to give our speaking test. Now each module, each section, Hören section, Lesen section, Schreiben section, and Sprechen section, each section contains 25 percentage weightage. We need to get passing marks in all the four sections. Sometimes students ask that what if we are not able to clear the Huron but we are able to clear all the three of them. So no dear, your examination is not cleared. You have to clear the examination under the condition where you are passing Huron module, you are passing Lesen module, you are passing Schreiben module as well as Sprechen module. So each module or each section is consist of 25 percentage marks. Their value is 25 percentage. So overall the examination is of 100% total, and then for passing you need to score more than 60%. If your scoring marks is less than 60%, then they are not going to clear your examination. So it is advisable that students should score at least more than 60%. Try to make it a aim that I need to score above 65%, then only it is like we are in a good phase. Sometimes students just score 60%, so they will just write down that you just pass the exam, just clear the exam. Earlier, before COVID, they usually, when student get just 60%, they just write down in the bracket that it is student just pass on the borderline and not sure whether the student is capable for the next level or not. They write down these notes if student just got 60%. So make it a aim that you should get more than 65%. Here also a few more discussion about that. In Huron, when we have question 1, we are going to have the MCQ question. There are the MCQ question which we need to solve. In question 2, we need to do the true false. In question 3 also we are going to solve the MCQ questions. So in Huron, it is either in the form of MCQs or in the form of true and false. Then in the reading, in the lesson, we are going to have true and false. We are going to have some situational questions like choose from either A or either B. And in third question also we are going to have the MCQ type of question only. Talking about Schreiben, so email writing is a compulsory question, and the second question is that we need to fill a form. I will show you how these type of questions are going to be, then it will be more clear. Yeah, one more important point, that since each module, each section have equal value in the Goethe examination. Section means listening, reading and writing, and they are worth of 15 marks. And if we can like make a total, so it is overall 60 marks examination, and to pass the exam you need to score more than 36 marks. These are the punkte, the marks. Like this concept is not in our India. Their marking concept is quite different as compared to our Indian marking concept. So in journal we characterize as a percentage that we need to score more than 60%. To understand in journal terms we characterize like this. And if you talk about the marks, so you need to score more than 36 out of 60. Each tile consists of 15 marks, means each section, listening is of 15 marks, reading is of 15 marks, and so on. So you need to score more than 36. And for marking the answers, except from speaking, you are going to get a separate piece of paper or a separate sheet basically to note down your answers. For the listening, reading and schreiben part, there will be a separate answer book given to you. And for the every correct answer we have to mark a cross inside the box. For example, we have done some examination and we have filled the OMR sheet. We usually circle the correct answer. In India, we do this, but according to the German concept, we need to put a cross inside the box for our correct answer. And this is a proper way you have to put a cross, touching all the corners. Don't make a small cross inside the box, don't make a big cross, or don't make a stylish cross. This is the proper answer, proper way to mark your answer in your answer sheet for lesson, hearing, and writing part. Now let us quickly discuss about the four modules which we are having. So starting with Huron module, which is of 15 punkte or 15 marks. Now, Huron consists of three questions. There are three tiles. Talking about tile ein. So in tile ein, a audio track will be played. That track is going to have some small conversation, and that track is going to be played for two times. Means for each question, that Huron audio is going to be played two times, and then we need to choose that whether the answer is A, B, or C. For example, this is my question: Welcher Zimmer Nummer hat Herr Schneider? This question is in German. Those who have not yet started learning, so might be a sort of tough question for you. They are asking here your room number from this person. Zimmer Nummer is basically a room number, and this is the name of a person. Herr Schneider is the name of the person. So they are asking here what is the room number, which is your room number. Basically, they are asking. This is the question. Which is your room number, Mr. ABC? This is the question. Audio track is being played one time, then it is being played one more time. So it's a good way, it's a easy part that Huron is going to be played for two times. So once you will listen another to confirm your answer, and then this is your answer. You will put a cross for this correct answer. Not in the question paper, do not write in the question paper. On the answer sheet for ABC, you will put a cross for the pointer C. So here in this question 1, in this style 1, we are going to have 6 questions. There will be 6 audios, means we are going to have 6 small conversation. Each question going to have its individual small conversation. So like this, there are 6 more questions that we need to solve in our tile ein for our hearing. Then in tile 2, means in question number 2, it usually have some announcements. The audio here is mostly played in the shopping center, in the railway station, or at the airport. There are some sort of the announcement which is being played in our question number 2 in the Huron section. Here our audio is going to be played only one time. Only one time we will get a chance to listen that audio track. We need to read the statement and we need to mark whether the statement is right or wrong. So this is true or false question in our question number 2 for our hearing section. We are going to have 4 questions here, A, B, C, D. 4 small questions are here. 4 different audios will be played. For each question, the audio track will be different and it is played only for one time. And we need to find out whether it is true or false. Now, in tile dry means in question number 3. Here again, we are going to have the MCQs. In this, again, the audio is going to be played for 2 times. Here also, there will be a small conversation between two people or sometime in a group of people also. There might be some change of some information happening in this style dry. One difference is that in tile ein, we will be getting some images, but in tile dry, in question number 3, there is no image. There will be simply a question and 3 options are given to us. In our question 1, there were images. So this is a slight difference here. Other than that, everything is similar. Audio is going to be played 2 times. We need to mark the appropriate answer accordingly. So this is our a brief about our Huron module, how we are going to have questions in our Huron module. Now the tips for our Huron module. See, for Huron, students always face difficulty to solve the Huron section. So for this, first of all, you need to make a good hold over your vocabulary. If you can understand the vocabulary, you can listen it and you can solve it. And the practice, the more you listen, try to listen some German poems, German songs, listen some small German videos. The more you listen the language, the more you are able to understand it. And do not leave any Huron question from the course book, the Natsvik course book, even that we follow in our curriculum. You have to solve every question. Like in our institute, we always solve every question in our course book. So you have to solve that course book. And during your preparation time, at least 2 to 3 full Huron module means solving question 1, 2, and 3 at least 2 to 3 times. Three types of different questions you need to solve in a day. Then the extra the extra assignments and the questions which you get from your institutes, you need to solve related to this Huron sections. Basically, they are going to test your German ability, how much, like basically listening ability, how much you are going to listen and understand this language. This is basically being tested here. So it's essential to train your ears. You need to be very attentive in this section. You can take the help from the books, from the online platforms. There are several audio resources available, but this section is completely, the more you practice, the more you can solve. It is advisable to every student, those who are just starting their basic German A1 level. Don't try it on the self study basis. Just get help from a respective teacher, from a respective institute, so that you get an idea, you get a track how I can prepare well for this section. Now, moving ahead for the lesson module, which is the reading section. Lesson module again consists of 15 points and 15 marks. The lesson or the reading section are going to have here 3 questions. Basically, this lesson module is very easy. It's just like our English unseen passages. They are testing our reading ability, and it is a quite easy compared to the Huron. Huron needs maximum practice if we compare Huron and lesson. So yeah, Huron needs more practice comparatively to the lesson. In our lesson section, we need to read the text and then we need to solve the questions accordingly. Now in tile ein means in our question 1 in our lesson section, you are going to have a long text here. Basically, it is a small story, a small letter, or an email is given to us in full long form. They will provide us this passage, and then we will be having 5 corresponding questions based on this passage given to us. We need to read this passage and then this questions ABCD. Like for example, this passage is given to us, we need to read this question and then we need to mark whether the statement is right or wrong. So there are going to be 5 questions which we need to solve in tile line. Then in tile SWI, in question number 2, in this question we are going to get some screenshots of the website or some ad or maybe some info box we will be getting. We need to understand which box is holding the correct information for our question. A question is given to us. We need to find out whether this box hold the information for this question or this box hold the information for this question, and then we need to mark the appropriate answer accordingly. Again, in this tile SWI, there will be 5 questions. We are having 5 ABCD questions here in our tile SWI. Then in tile dry, you will find a small piece of text or an advertising poster in each question. And then you are going to have the statements. You have to find out whether the given statement is true or false according to the box given to us. What we need to do, like this is the thema, this is the thema. An der Tour der Sprachschule. This is our thema, means they are talking about a language school here. Now, this is the information related to our language school. Okay, now this is our question which is given to us. We will read this question. They are asking like zum Deutsche lernen gehen Sie in this Straße Nummer. They are telling that when you are going to learn the German, will you cross this street number? So yes, we need to cross this street number. It is being written here in this information. So we will put a right here. Yeah, this is richtig. So this kind of question, a thema means what is this information is about, whether it is a language school, it is a flower shop, it's a cake shop, they will write down. And then there will be a statement, this information is going to satisfy this box or not, we need to write down true or false. So this is our lesson tile. To prepare for this section, the more you read, the more you are able to understand. Start practicing to read short stories, letters, emails, dialogues. That kind of content is going to help you a lot. The more you read, the more you are able to understand. Imagine that someone is going to ask you some specific information about that text, and be prepared to answer any question that might come up. This is the strategy which you need to follow when you are practicing for lesson. Always read that information in that way, that I need to give answers for this text. Whatever text you are reading, whether the story you are reading, a letter, a email, this is a criteria which you need to follow if you are practicing for the lesson. Then yes, you can get some previous sample booklets to practice. Then yeah, for lesson, vocabulary is the very most important thing. Then the next week, Übungen's book, that questions are important. And institutes provide maximum assignments to solve for the lesson module. That is very, very important that you should definitely solve that. So practicing these simple steps, you can able to solve your lesson module. Then coming to the Schreiben. For Schreiben, it is the writing section. Here, it also consists of 15 points or 15 marks. We are having two parts here, means we are having two questions here. Question one is form filling. In this, we are going to get a form which we need to fill. Basically, a small biography is given to us. We need to read this biography and a small form. For example, a language school form is given to us. Then we need to fill the information which is given here in this biography, or that respective person we need to fill. So we are filling the form on the behalf of that person. Like for example, Max, this is the Max information. We will read this information and we will take the information from above and fill here. So there will be 5 blanks which we need to fill in this tile I. Then in tile SWI, in question number 2, which is a email writing question, it is the most interesting and important question. It consists of 10 marks. You're going to get one question here, like this is the question, you need to write down an email, and there will be 3 sub parts given to us. Whenever you are writing down the email, you have to add the statements for these 3 questions also. You have to write down at least 3 to 4 lines for each question statement. Then only your email will be completed. So always remember the number of questions you have given to you in the question of the email writing. The pointers given below are very important, and that pointers are usually that why are you writing that email, when and where that event is, and what are the things which person have to bring in your party or something, whatever is the occasion. And the word limit is usually 30 to 50 words which need to follow in the email writing. When you will join the course for the A1 level, there will going to be a perfect email writing session which is going to happen in the classes, in the institute classes. We will be learning proper email writing process, the steps which you are going to include in your email writing, that you will be learning in your course, in your German A1 level course. The heading, the text body, the endungen, every small detail we include in our classes when we teach the email writing. So it is advisable to every student that do join the course before giving the examination. Do learn first the proper way of email writing, because on the internet, yes, the maximum, in fact every information are available on the internet, but it there is a plenty of information and a variety of information. As a beginner, there should be one teacher that can guide you the proper way, that which pointer is correct and which pointer is not correct. So for that help, you should join a course so that you have a correct idea, a clear idea how to write down the email properly, and in fact how to solve the lesson here and in other tech modules also. Now, to practice the Schreiben section, vocabulary is needed to be very strong, plus the grammar topics, the verbs, the pronouns, the adjectives, everything should have a very good grip, a proper clarity over these topics. And always imagine the question into your real life and then try to make the sentences. Means an email is written to you, imagine that situation in your real life and then only try to write down the email, noting down your personal experience also related to that question. Also keep a journal with you and write down the simple text about different topics in German, like it will help you to structure your ideas with simplicity and clarity. Then follow the sentence structure rules. Then the more you write, the more you become confident. Schreiben is totally upon the way you are able to write more. So at least try to write down at least 5 to 6 sentences over each topic which is available in your course book. There are plenty of topics which are available to you in the course book. So take a topic, write down 6 statements for each topic to practice your Schreiben. Solve your previous sample papers also. And for the Schreiben section, you can take 1 hour as a practice time whenever you are preparing for the examination. And at least 2 to 3 emails you should include daily. Whenever you learn the proper email writing pattern, try to write down at least 2 to 3 emails. And this section, Schreiben section, is the most scoring section and the most easiest section. So do prepare well for the Schreiben section. Now the last one is the expression part, is the speaking examination. During your speaking examination, you are going in a group of 3 to 4 people inside your speaking room. So there will be 3 or 4 people sitting together, and in front of you there will be 2 to 3 examiners who are going to conduct your speaking examination. Now since it's a speaking test, so they are going to test whether the student is able to speak, student is able to create the sentences, able to create the questions, and the student is able to give their self introduction. Since it's a basic level, so they are not going to give you the tough situations, tough vocabulary. They will keep it very simple and basic. So here we are going to have 3 questions, 3 tiles are here. Tile line is the basic self introduction. we are going to get a flashcard like this. This is a basic flashcard. There might be some more pointers they can add in this, but these are the compulsory pointers which are we going to have in our flashcard in our tile I. So tile line is the self introduction part. We need to create a statement for each statement. Like for name, we need to tell our name in German. Alter means the age. We need to tell our age in German. Land, we need to tell from which country we belong, and so on. When you will join the institute, you will join the course, the expression part, everything, what pointers they are going to add in the flashcard is included in the curriculum. You are going to get how to create the sentences for these expression type. Then once the student completed this self introduction part, there will be small cross questioning round also. In this small cross questioning round, what happens here, they usually ask that what is your telephone number, or please do the pronunciation for this number, what is your birth date, what is your email address, or your favorite food. Like there is a journal cross questioning round which happens in this expression tie line part. So what can be the cross questioning sections, that everything is included when you will join the course in the institute. We tell the student everything, every pointers is included. We prepare them very well for our expression examination. Then in tile SWI and in tile try, basically talking about tile SWI, here we need to construct the question. This card is given to us, a one card is given to us. This card is going to have a word frühstück. Frühstück means the breakfast, and there will be a thema written over the card. Thema is essen and trinken. So we need to create a question here which should include this word, and our question should revolve around this thema. Now there is a tip. Either you can use this thema as a verb in your question, or as a normal vocabulary word in your question, or make a question which should revolve around essen und trinken. So to understand all this vocabulary, you need to complete the course, you need to complete the vocabulary, and then only you will be able to understand all of these words and all of this thema. The basic process which we follow, we make the question, we include this word, our question should revolve around the thema, and we are going to ask this question from the student sitting next to us, and that student is going to give the answer. Similarly, vice versa, the step is being followed. The other student is going to create the question, and we need to give the answer for that question. So we are going to create 2 to 3 questions here and need to answer them also. Now in tile dry also, we need to create the questions but in a form of a polite request. Here we are going to get an image again, but this is some product image that we need to first recognize. We need to recognize this image, and once we are able to guess that image given to us in a card, we need to make the polite request. We need to make the polite request in a form of a question, like, can I borrow the book? Can you give me a glass of water? And then the other person will going to answer that. Again, this will happen in a vice versa format. Other person is going to ask us a polite request. We need to give the answer. One important tip, always use the word bitter when you are making the statement, you are making the question in this style try. Word bitter is very, very important, that need to be included here. Bitter means please. It should be included in our expression module. Now to practice for the expression modules, a good grip over the verbs is very important. And always try to use the modal verbs when you are making the questions. Try to use the modal verbs. Always make the questions in the formal part, in a formal way of conversation. Always make the questions. Then watch course book video questions. Course book video questions Always watch, listen or watch some German interviews, stories, or movies. Always practice with someone who know the language, or practice with the students, with the batchmates from your German class. Try to include small German sentences in your regular speaking. And there are some speaking sessions and the test which happens in the institutes. Always attend that German speaking sessions. And yeah, whenever you are making the statement, follow the correct sentence construction rule and add the adjectives in your sentence. And the time which you should give in your preparation is the 2 hours. To prepare the expression tile, you need to give 2 hours daily. So the more you speak, the more you practice with your batch mates. Small statements can also work. You need to have the confidence first to speak well. Then only you will be able to perform well. So these are some important tips for your examination, that the vocabulary is the very most important part which you need to make strong. The grammar, practice the grammar, have the clear concept, like the clarity in the grammar concept is very important. Then work on tuning and talking. The more you speak, the more you have the good grip. Try to listen some German songs, poems, stories, and then try to speak them. Create a roadmap, means, for example, I'm creating a roadmap for me, that first I will start preparing for Schreiben, then I will prepare for Lesen, then Sprechen, and then for Hören. Divide your section in different parts. Set a time limit, that 1 hour for Sprechen, 1 hour for Hören, 2 hours for Schreiben, like this. There should be a dedicated time slot given to for the practice. And whatever the weak sections you have, some students have the weak part in the expression, some have the weak part in the Huron. So give more attention on that. And always join an institute if you are in a beginner's level. It will really going to help you. They are going to provide you mock test, they are going to provide you practice test. In fact, you will have your batchmates with whom you can discuss. So there will be plenty of information which you will be getting. And then you need to revise daily. Do not skip. Sometimes students learn one day and after that they just skip to the weekend. Don't do that. At least one question, at least one vocabulary table should be solved in a day. So this is the conclusion for our full German A1 level examination. Always check the format of the exam, enhance your vocabulary and grammar, engage in language reading and speaking exercises, do test the sample papers or the mock test, and with a proper motivation and focus, try to overcome the weaknesses. See, we are not in a used to of this format that everybody have the German as their mother tongue. No, it's a new concept. It can be a slight challenging in the beginning, but it is not that tough. It is a very easy level. Even level is a very easy level. It just needs your efforts, your correct and proper preparation, and then you can easily going to pass your test. So yeah, this is it for our A1 level discussion. Anybody is having questions? Let me quickly check that first. If somebody is having some doubts, or we will have the. Okay, is it easy to learn A1 level, Sonder? So yes, sir, it is easy to learn. It is really not tough. Anybody can start with the A1 level. It is a basic level. You can start it from today or from tomorrow. It is going to start from the basic, from A, B, C, D. You are going to start. So it is really easy. You just need a focus. At least on the daily basis, try to cover each topic. Then you are good to go. Then Abhinandan, do we need to give A1 exam to go to A2, or directly I can give A2 exam? See, according to the German Goethe pattern, they suggests that student can skip A1 exam and directly give the A2 exam, but I will suggest you to first give the A1 level, because A1 level is the easy level. So you are going to have an idea how my A1 level examination is going to be. So with that idea, you can definitely go for other examinations. In fact, in Delhi Goethe, they don't conduct the A2 examination. They conduct A1 examination and then directly students go for the B1 examination. But A1 level examination is very, very compulsory. It is very helpful to get an idea at the early state. So it's an advice, Abhinandan, you should go for the A1 level examination first. And if you feel that you need to go directly for the A2, then it is totally up to you. You can go for A2 also. But as a teacher, I can advise you that first give A1 for your clarity. Then we have one more question here. How many days it will take to learn A1 level, A1 course fees, which level is needed to get job in Germany? Okay, so under for our A1 level in our institute, the fees and all the curriculum, everything will be provided to you. Our respective members from our institute is going to give you all the information. We have plenty of course structure related to the A1 level. And the question, which level is needed to get the job in Germany? So it depends. The minimum level is the B1. If you have at least more than 5 years of experience of the working, then B1 level is more than good enough for you to get the job in Germany. But if you have less than 5 years of experience, then it depends upon your field, which working field you need. So that is a criteria that they demand higher levels also. But B1 is the minimum level that it's required to shift to Germany. So, okay, any more questions we are not having? So I hope, is it clear? If there is any other doubt, you can write it down. Mm, okay, we have few more students, Anu and Shweta and Catherine. Okay, other students, if you have any more questions, you can write it down. Uh, for IT professional, yeah, B1 level is the minimum requirement for IT professional. If you have experience more than 5 years, so for B1 level, you can get the job there. So, okay. Okay, so yeah, it is almost time for our session. So we will end here. I hope all of you have get some idea related to the German A1 level. Rest for other questions related to the curriculum, you can contact to Chatra. She will definitely going to give you, yeah, the session is recorded, so you may get the recording part, and the curriculum, like the course detail, the timing, the fees, everything Chatra is going to tell you, so that you can contact her. She will give you all the information related to this. So, okay, it was really a good session. I wish you all very good luck for your examination, and if you are beginning your journey for the even level. So, best of luck to all of you. Hope you enjoy the language and pass the examination with great marks. Okay, so thank you all. Bye bye.